Hey, I'm with Stewie Robinson and we're talking at the Melbourne Summer Royal about why he chooses to feed CoolStance copra. So Stewie, you've had a really successful Melbourne Royal this year. Tell us a little bit about your day yesterday.
Yesterday we had our pony team out. We had three Australian ponies here and two Shetlands. Our Australian pony colt that we show for a client took out champion Australian pony Stewie and champion third generation Australian pony, and our filly got champion junior Australian pony filly and reserve champion third generation, and our clients Shetlands from New South Wales took out the group Shetland class.
Highly successful day, Stewie, and today you've got the stock horses, of course.
Yep.
And tell us who you've got here and what you've done so far with them.
We've had the leads this morning and we've just started our riddens. All of them placed really well. I was happy with the way they worked. I've got my good stock horse mare here. I've got two other clients' horses here. A gelding 15 hands and under and a gelding over 15 hands. And they both worked really well for good placings in their classes, and we're just waiting for the working classes now.
And I can testify to that because I've had the pleasure of watching you this morning. So all of your horses and your clients' horses are fed CoolStance.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about why you choose to feed that product.
We started on CoolStance due to my good stock horse mare. We were up in Tamworth at the Australian Stock Horse Nationals in 2011, and we'd never had any issues with her, and she pulled up tight. She tied up, and we didn't know what was wrong. We just thought she was sore. And we got a guy to come and massage her, and he said she tied up, and it's all the acid levels are unbalanced in their body, and they can't cool themselves down, etc. And we got a dietitian out, and he recommended CoolStance copra as an all-round feed. It gives them good coat shine and it puts on weight without that high protein, like strong protein levels and unbalances. And we feed that with chaff only to her and copra, and we feed a scoop of economix, and then she gets electrolytes, and that's what she gets. And all the other horses, it gives them good high coat shine. They're cool on it. With all my performance horses, I don't like them hot at all, and we've never had a trouble with CoolStance copra. With that, I go through about 3 bags a week of copra. I feed it wet, and I use probably about, I reckon, 6 cupfuls twice a day in a bucket, wet down. And it just depends on how many we've got in and boxed and working for clients, etc. But yeah, it's around about 3 to 4 bags a week, roughly.
That's someone who certainly enjoys using the feed, obviously, Stewie. So, with the clients' horses, you have Shetlands as well as your bigger horses.
Yep.
Do you find with the little horses that it will put on too much weight, or do you have a problem with juggling the weight with them, or is that not an issue?
With the Shetlands, we've never had a trouble with copra. They all get it. A lot of people have trouble with Shetlands, with founder and that, but the key to success is, they're like a big horse. They need work, so ours are on lunch at least 3 times a week.
Right.
They're worked, and then the copra works in with them and builds a good top line, good coat shine, and they're nice and healthy and fat with that. We find the copra doesn't give, we've tried a lot of feeds, and it gives the performance horse and the Shetlands a pot gut, and the CoolStance copra gives a nice even line to their stomach, when they've been in work, etc.
So that I can say is due to the fact that it's easy on the metabolism, where it doesn't cause swelling and gut upsets.
Yep.
Which is essential with horses that are in work, and why feeding is so important. So the chaff that you use, is that a plain chaff, a loosened chaff? What do you use with it?
With my good mare that ties up, she gets oat chaff only, so that's just plain chaff and the copra and electrolytes and economix. But the other horses we feed CoolStance copra, obviously, to all of them. They get oat and chaff and lucerne chaff and economix, and then they all are fed Epsom salts just because we're stabling so much. It keeps their legs and keeps them drinking, etc. in the stable.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, what would you have to say to anyone who hasn't tried CoolStance before? Would you recommend it, and what would be the biggest plus that you've found with it?
I recommend it to everybody. All of my clients use it now, so I've got probably about 10 consistent clients that feed it to all of their horses. So they're all fed CoolStance Copra, and I recommend it to everybody because it's good for your performance horses as well as your inner hand horses, because it's a nice even feed without being, too powerful or not too powerful. It's just nice and level. The horses do well on it. All of mine have got a good coat shine. My clients are happy feeding it. It's not too much effort to wet down. It's wet down in 5 minutes with the cold water, nice and easy, in a bucket, stir it, and add it to all of their feeds.
Thanks, Stewie, so much for having a chat with us. We really appreciate your time. I recommend anyone who's got horses and needing a bit of management or someone to come along and campaign them for you to give Stewie a call. I'm sure he'd have some rooms left at the inn. And thanks very much, and best of luck for the rest of the Royal.
No worries, thank you.
Thanks, Stewie.